It's the 28th of February. I ended up buying Magim Berisha for £12.25 million, which is actually a club record fee in the end. And I thought to myself, well, he may not be brilliant, but we might as well take the risk. The players want us to buy a new striker. But then I found out afterwards that the players don't even think he's good enough to satisfy the promise, which was a bit alarming. Despite the fact he is someone who likes big matches, is consistent, and is a good Bundesliga player, and has a lot of positives. He's also ambitious. He's very determined. So I thought to myself, there's no way this guy could struggle with us. Yes, he is. A 6.48 average rating in his first 9 games. Admittedly, not all of them starts. But I haven't won a game in 2 months. And this is a problem. For once, I'm not going to show you any highlights. I'm just going to show you this. And you're going to see the problem here. I've not had this bad of a form, or at least this bad of a run, since my Real Hain Youth Academy Challenge save attempt. And when that happened, I got sacked after falling into the relegation zone with 1 game to go. They ended up winning the game to keep them up in the end, but that is beside the point. We look at these games, right? I've not once the Champions League against Lille. We lost 3-1 to Bayer Leverkusen. We drew 2-2 against Augsburg. The game, we were actually 2-1 up at one point. They scored an 83rd minute equaliser, so it's a bit annoying here. Lost 5-0 to Real Madrid because it's Real Madrid. We scored 2 own goals to help ourselves in a defeat. We lost 2-0 to Borussia Mönchengladbach. We lost 3-1 to Benfica, 3-0 down at half-time. We lost 4-0 away to Bayern Munich, which was not ideal. We then drew 1-0 against Union Berlin. We had to come from behind to get the draw here. We only drew 0-0 against Bochum, who we should be beating. We then lost 3-0 at home to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane gained a brace. RB Leipzig then beat us 1-0 in the next game in the Bundesliga. And then the last game we had was a 4-1 defeat against Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So out of the Champions League as well, having lost by 7-1 over 2 legs. This is unusually bad for us, and I don't know why we're doing this badly. There's a reason why I delayed this video until the day you've seen it. I had to play through that 2 months period, and I'm a little shocked. I'm a little startled. I don't know what is going wrong. There's sometimes you just see stuff and you don't know what's going on. But we've got Augsburg next, away from home. I don't know what to really expect at this point. Jatta is injured. He's got a torn knee ligaments. He's been out for the last month or 2. He got injured in the defeat to Bayer Leverkusen. I hope to God that his injury is not the reason why we're struggling so much, because that would be annoying. It'd be very frustrating, but yes, something just didn't click for whatever reason, and I don't know why it's not clicked for us so far. But I go to the promise, and I actually recalled a player from his loan spell, Karim Koulibaly, because he was not being played as much as I wanted him to be played. He's only 18, to be fair, so I don't really blame the kid. He's back in the second team now. He's a decent third-tier player who was actually playing the second tier, so that's probably why he wasn't playing that much. They also promised to make him an important player, so yeah, it's not ideal. But still, we've been told, or we're going to have to promise that we're going to strengthen the squad up front. Vuskovic is also one more first-team football. I might need to just rebuild the squad in the summer, which is annoying. But I've got some players I'm looking at bringing in the summer at this point. I actually already tried to sign a player, another striker, but he actually wanted to be a star player when he's not actually that good of a player, so it's annoying. But that being said, I've actually got my shortlist sorted out, and I've got a lot of players here. Now, I've got this guy, Matthias Otaiza, who's a goalkeeper, who's worth between £45,000 to £2.9 million. I acknowledge he's not interested in signing for us yet, but I'm also looking at my scout report, and they really, really rate him. He's not playing a single game, so we're going to be patient with this one and see if he gets some first-team football or not, because he hasn't got a release clause. I think we can get it for cheap, personally. But I've also got the likes of Joseph Pazza, I think is how you say his name. I've got the Czech league loaded, I believe, so I could definitely say that they would get first-team football either way. Sparta Prague are currently top of the table right now, so that's a good sign for them. But yeah, I got the Czech league loaded in the save because I thought, why not? And this guy came through, so clearly he works hard and does a lot of teamwork. He's only 17, so he wouldn't be interested right now, but he's worth between 250,000 to 2.5 million. And I think, okay, that's decent. But I've also got some other players I'm looking at, and there are some exciting prospects to say the least. Now, I've got the likes of Ario Blanco, who is available for a fee of between 800,000 to 3.8 million. I think he's got a release clause. He doesn't have one yet, but I think he will do in the future. But the fact this kid is considered a second-tier player for our division is an interesting sign. And he would be not the best choice, but he would be a choice that we can bring in for the future. He's got a lot of potential, and I think this kid could be really good. And yeah, the fact that my staff, my scouts, think he could be a second-tier player is interesting. And this is the guy that scouts at him, and he's got good ability to judge players. So I'm trusting his judgment here, because I think he could be someone I can rely on a lot. So given that that guy is giving me that report and saying, yeah, this guy could be really good, he might have to adapt due to moving abroad, but he's got a really good future in this game, and he's quite good right now. So I'm excited for that particular situation. But I look at these players and I think, okay, well, if they are considered, I'm also looking at the reports here, like this guy, for example. He's considered a second-tier player. Different price, though, 7 million to 10.5 million. Don't know if I really want to spend the money on this guy right now, but the fact he's considered a second-tier player is a good sign. Also, the fact that a 2.5-star kind of ability player is considered a second-tier player is a bit annoying. It probably tells you the problems we have, but he's consistent. He's fairly professional, so he can probably improve. He's also playing games in the Serbia League. I don't have this league loaded, though, so maybe not one to really could talk about in this situation, but there's a lot of potential upsides for this. I already talked about this guy, the perfectionist semi-fielder who I was looking to sign. He's actually already signed for Man City. It's a shame, but he didn't want to join us. He's also only 17, and the fact that he said, yeah, City's okay, but you're not, to me, was a bit annoying. He's good enough to be a Bundesliga player already, so I would love to have signed him, but yeah, 3.5 million. What a bargain that would have been. We've got these two players for Porto. I don't have the Portuguese league loaded, so there's a reason why I'm not really looking at this right now, but João Veloso dos Santos, very exciting player. He is considered a second-tier player for us, and that is a sign that maybe we need to do better things. He is available for loan, but he's also inconsistent, so maybe not the player we need right now. And the same could be said for João Claro. This guy's an attack midfielder. He's actually been played a lot, but look at his value, 17 million to 21 million. There's clearly some value with this guy, and the fact he's a second-tier player as well is also interesting. But there are a lot of players I need to look into and say, oh, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? So, this is the kid, though. I was looking at Nino Cianci, £3.7 million with his clause. I'm going to activate that in the summer, but I'm going to also tell the agent not to be so delusional next time, because I tried to sign him. I actually made an offer. I actually got to the point. I said, okay, the money I'll give you is this. He agreed to this, right, the agent. But the player made a bit of a clanger and said, yeah, I want to be a star player for you. Think about this for a second. This kid wanted to be my star striker. I know he's good, but he's also a vice Bundesliga level player. He's not a star player for me. That is Sebastiano Esposito. And even then, Esposito is not even considered my star player. He's considered a regular star for me. So, sorry if I say this guy is not good enough to be my star striker for me. He has no interest right now to join us because, well, this is also a bit late in the day. He only just turned 18, so that's why it says he's not interested. But he's interested now. I talked to the agent. 6'4" striker, though. I have a lot of hope this guy is going to be really good for the future. He's getting 30 minutes in Croatia. I don't think I have this league loaded again. No, I don't. But the fact that we've got an opportunity to get this guy is interesting, and I feel like we could definitely do it in the future. But I also got another eye on another player. This centre-back from Bologna, Andrea Serini. Now, he's actually playing in Serie A, so that tells me already that there's a potential possibility to do things here. Only problem is one thing I've noticed now, and this is why I waited a bit. He's not very determined, so he would need to be mentored to do better there. So it will hinder him a little bit. But he's got good tackling, he's got good jumping, got good aggression. So he has a lot of things I'd like him to set about, but he'll need to be improved. But he's also a Bundesliga level player and would probably be our third choice defender. So a release clause of 5 million feels like I could justify that 100%. And it'll be interesting to see if we can get this guy to sign for us. But yeah, this will be a summer transfer deal, I think. And the fact he's worth between 1 million to 9.5 million makes him very, very worthwhile as far as I'm concerned. And also got some stats from his Bundesliga, from his Serie A time. I think the fact he's doing okay at that age is a good sign. It's a promising situation. I will need to make some decisions in the summer, I think, going forward. I've also got Franco Mascherano, I think is how you say his name, on my list. Now, I will say this here now, he's probably more of an attacking midfielder, but he likes to cut inside from the right wing. I think right wing is the role for me he's going to play, and I think he could be doing a very good job. I just need to figure out how much he's worth. He does have a release clause of 8 million for teams in the continental competition, so I might need to overpay a little bit to get him, but I'm going to scan him regardless anyway, just to make sure that I can get him. But 8 million for this kid, I think could be really worthwhile. I will try and get him regardless. I think he's really good, and we should definitely try and go for him. I've also talked about this guy being worth 6 million for me, and someone I'm willing to look into. I should absolutely make sure that the scout report's up to date regardless, but 6 million for this kid. I think Benjamin Kameshi is a player that I want to sign in the future. The fact it's still 6 million is ridiculous, and I should activate that in the summer transfer window, depending how much money I get. Also, yes, I have shortlisted Lamine Yamal. He is asking to leave. I don't know how much that is still the case, but he was someone that was unhappy with the game time he was getting. He's only played like 4 times this year, ridiculously. So I actually did, yeah, that 4 times this year. And the fact he's not being played a lot tells me that he's available, potentially. The asking price for him is 80 million, and he's got released to 400 million. So I doubt that's going to be the case, but it's one of those things we need to look into. That being said, enough about the players I'm looking at to potentially sign to strengthen the squad in the future. I need to survive the now. We're only 13 points clear the relegation zone. I say only like it's a small thing, but it is one of those things. Mines are winning, and they've won a game recently. I think they actually started to do better with lots of the teams, so I want to think I might have actually given them the tools for their survival. And Augsburg are down in 14th. This is a game we should be winning, though. Bochum we should have won against, but then we didn't. Away form, we're just terrible. I don't know what it is about away form, but it is one of our weaknesses right now. And if we can return our form to really good things, that'd be lovely. Really would be. Either way, let's take on our opponents and hope for the best. I've also noticed Vuskovic and Harvard Bellis do not like playing with each other, and Buck is not a player that does well with Muller and these. I don't know why that's the case. And also, look at how bad our forms recently been with all the last 5 matches and the morale. It's been terrible. I don't like what's happened here. I really don't. But we are going to do this either way. And I really, really hope that whatever happens, we can at least do better here. We need to improve our game quickly. The fact that we've had such a bad run of form and I've not been in any danger of being sacked is remarkable to me. But we're going to see what we can do today and hope for the best. Also, why is now Buck and Viz no longer... I don't understand. Is it because I literally swapped... No, it wasn't. Okay. I'm confused as to why it suddenly comes up when Konitov was on the pitch. But okay. Anyway, let's see how we do today and have a bad time. Also, yes, Howard Bellis actually plays a ball-playing defender. He's actually better at the role. It's interesting, to say the least. I will say, if we win this game, I'll be much more happy about this. But we're actually on the attack right now. Zimura on the ball. I feel like maybe playing the 2 ball-playing defenders hurt me a little bit, but I don't know if that's the case or not. But we also got a younger team. So I think losing some of the experience we had has actually hurt us a little bit in terms of form. I don't know. But we're on the ball either way. Vuskovic has to play back to Seaman, and it's annoying. But here's Howard Bellis. Back to Seaman again. We just feel passive right now. It's annoying to watch the team do this much and be that passive. But here we are. Cal now. That's a good pass for Zimura. Back to Buck. Now Viz could have played the ball through. Didn't. Now playing backwards. There was a few passes in there I could have seen, but that's the pass I'm looking for. And he's missed anyway. He was offside, but still. Get that turret, please. Come on. We are really doing nothing. This is very frustrating to watch. And with that back also winning, it now means we're only a goal difference away from dropping out the top half. Look at this. This is terrible. 1 shot from us, 3 shots from them, and every shot has been terrible. I don't even know what's going on anymore right now. But we need to fix this. I don't know how to fix this. A long throw. Yes, we've actually gone for long throws now. Vuskovic. Harvard Bellis actually gets the ball. Here's Vuskovic again. And Harvard Bellis once more. Can play the cross. Find Wies. Harvard Bellis again on the ball. Vuskovic. It's clear we've only really tried to adapt this last couple of days, but there you go. Wies. Oh, that's a good... Oh, this could work nicely. Play across though. Kalikau scores 1-0. We have a lead. Oh, thank God. It's going. I can't believe I'm relieved more than anything else. This feels like it's not being one of those games, but also our strikers have not scored in a while. None of them. So the fact we got an assist from one of them is actually good. But this is... I'm just relieved. I'm just relieved we're taking the lead here. Now we need to hold on to it. They got a free kick. Engels takes it. It's hit the side netting. Okay. Because they're having the chances, and we're going to take Oliveira off. He's not had the best of games. Asta's going to come on. I thought to myself this season, this was going to be the year we can bounce up, we can bounce back, continue on to progress. You know, I thought it'd be one of those seasons where we can just say we've done a good job, but it doesn't feel like it's been that so far for us. It really hasn't, and that's annoying to say the least. Okay, that was dire. That was very dire. We escaped with it. We absolutely got away one here. That's annoying. Look at the stats. We should never have won this game. We really shouldn't have done. We're fortunate, but we're up to 8th, and I think that pretty much ends any doubt of our survival this year. And Bochum actually got a point in the end. That is going to annoy them a lot more than JLAB want to admit. Oh my God. Okay. So we still have a chance to get into European competition. I'm not going to say we will get into European competition, but it'd be nice if we could, you know? Oh, and if you want to really showcase just how bad our run of form is, this says it all. Hamburg end 10-game winless run. Hamburger SV have beaten FC Augsburg 1-0 to record their first win in the Bundesliga for 10 games. Yeah, that is going to showcase just how much relief this is for me and why I'm delighted we got this. But what I'm going to do is end this here. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.